Hello and welcome to Class Clown Series. We're looking at a new set of IELTS speaking questions today, so make sure you follow along and pause the video when you need to. Watch till the end for some tips and advice as well. Alright, let's jump in. I'd like to think that I have a sense of humor and can be funny on occasion. Humor is subjective though, and what one person finds funny may not be funny to another individual, obviously. I actually find myself laughing out loud quite often. I mean, life's just too short not to have a good chuckle now and then, right? Whether it's from watching funny videos, sharing jokes with friends, or just finding humor in everyday situations, I try to keep those moments of laughter coming. It's a great stress buster and makes life more enjoyable. I think I'm pretty decent at telling jokes and funny stories. I enjoy sharing humorous anecdotes and making people laugh when I'm in a good mood and with the right group of people, of course. Oh, I'm into all sorts of funny stuff. Sketch comedy shows like Saturday Night Live are a go-to for me. And I can binge watch Taskmaster or Would I Lie to You all day. Stand-up comedy specials are another favorite. George Carlin, for example, would be my all-time favorite person to watch and rewatch. He's a legend. And you can't go wrong with funny videos or clever parodies on YouTube. They're the best for a quick laugh. I've always been fascinated by the octopus, an incredibly intriguing marine creature. Currently, I know that they're highly intelligent and have the ability to solve complex problems. They're also known for being capable of changing color and texture to blend into their surroundings, and they possess impressive dexterity with their 8 tentacles. It's just crazy. I'm super keen to learn more about these creatures because their intelligence and behavior are still relatively mysterious to scientists. They exhibit problem-solving skills and can navigate mazes, indicating a high level of cognitive ability, which is quite charming to me. What's more, their unique physical characteristics, such as their ability to regrow limbs and their mastery in camouflage, raise many questions about their biology and evolutionary history. If I didn't know any better, I would think they were aliens, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so octopuses or octopi also exhibit some behaviors like complex hunting strategies, tool usage, and even display what could only be described as curiosity. All these aspects make this animal interesting and deserving of further exploration, in my opinion. I don't like them that much as a food item, though. Kinda chewy and bland, to be honest, but I would definitely be interested in swimming with them in their natural habitat sometime in the future. In Canada, a wide variety of crops are grown, thanks to its diverse climate and geography. Some of the major crops I can think of are wheat, canola, barley, corn, and soybeans. Wheat in particular is a staple crop, with Canada being one of the world's top producers. On top of all that, we also grow various fruits and vegetables such as apples, blueberries, and potatoes, especially in regions like British Columbia and the Maritimes. Hmm. Yes, I think so. There's a definitely growing awareness of the importance of environmentally friendly practices in agriculture. Many farmers are adopting sustainable methods to optimize resource use, and organic farming principles have become tremendously popular as well. Government incentives and regulations are also encouraging sustainable practices. But I'm sure there's still a lot of work to be done to further enhance the sustainability of agriculture across the country and hopefully all around the globe. That's an interesting question. On one hand, agricultural subsidies can help stabilize food production, support rural communities, and provide a safety net for farmers during difficult times. On the other hand, subsidies can lead to overproduction and can have environmental consequences. So, the key here is for governments to carefully evaluate the impact of subsidies and strike a balance that ensures food security, economic sustainability, and, of course, environmental responsibility. Farming didn't change much for thousands of years, but now I believe farms are about to undergo significant transformations. Modern farms will likely become more automated and efficient, and I think robotics and AI will play a greater role in routine tasks like planting, harvesting, and monitoring crop health. I've also heard a lot about vertical farming and what do you call it? Yes, urban farming too. These ideas are gaining popularity because this way of farming allows for increased food production in limited spaces, like rooftops or even underground locations. In my country, the extent to which people buy local produce varies. Obviously, there's growing support to buy and consume locally sourced products. So many consumers prioritize local produce, particularly in farmers markets and smaller communities. However, in larger urban areas, the convenience of supermarket chains with a broader range of options often leads to a mix of local and non local purchases. Don't memorize answers. Trust me, the examiner will be able to tell if you've memorized your answers, and this may influence your score. Don't worry about your accent. If you can communicate well, then there's nothing to worry about. But do be aware of sounds that you have difficulty with and make sure to use stress and intonation, as English is a stress timed language. Pause to think. There's no harm in taking a brief pause to think about what you want to say. We all do it to process questions in real life, right? Extend your answers. Try and answer the examiner's questions in full, and don't wait for the examiner to prompt you with a second question like why or how. When your answers are too short, this shows the examiner that you cannot talk in detail about a topic. This is especially important in part 3. Ask for repetition or clarification if you need to. Don't be shy if you need to clarify something. You won't lose points for this. Made a mistake? Don't panic. Try to go back and correct yourself if you can. And if it's not possible, that's okay too. If you don't want to be an IELTS examiner, you probably won't need a perfect score. So just keep calm and do your best.